Hi, my name's Anya and I'm riding my CB350 1973. So I was born and raised in Canada and I moved to Australia in 2008 with the intention of just finishing my master's, taking 2 years to do that and then heading back, but 13 years later I'm still here. My sister had the idea of getting her motorcycle license and using my dad's CB350 to learn to ride on. And so I thought, yeah, it's a great idea, why not? So that was probably around 23, 24 years old at that time. So then we, I guess, started riding a little bit. Didn't get my full license and then life got busy and sort of just left it at that. And then it wasn't until about 12, 15 years later, after a trip to India, came back to Australia and decided that I wanted to ride so that I could ride in India. So for some reason, whatever that was, India inspired me to ride again. So I came back to Australia and got my learners as soon as possible, then took some lessons, got my license, and then bought my first bike, which was a Ninja 250. In general, I've felt quite accepted as a female rider. I do like the anonymity of putting my helmet on, and because I have short hair, no one can tell necessarily that I'm a woman. Especially, it's very helpful in third world countries where potentially women riders aren't, I guess, as common, or there's a dominant, I guess, male culture, so no one would know that I was a female until I took my helmet off and I was wearing my earrings and obviously a female. But yeah, I would just say get out and do it. It's so much fun. I've no regrets of doing it. Only wish I'd gotten on a bike sooner. It was very, very freeing. And when I first learned to ride here in Australia, I didn't know anyone else that rode, so I just went out by myself and I loved it. I think I was just cycling on my bike, on my push bike, and just the idea popped into my head, oh, I think I'd like to own a cafe racer. I didn't know much about cafe racers. I don't know where the idea came from. Then just started looking at Gumtree. And I've always had, I guess, an appreciation of older things. Like I like older cars and older bikes, and even before I rode, I liked the look of, I guess, older vehicles, whether it's more so, I guess, two wheels and even older push bikes. And then just started flipping through Gumtree ads, and this one caught my eye, but the price was a bit high, so I didn't make any effort to contact the seller. And then eventually I did contact Andy, and yeah, the first time I rode it, I couldn't get the smile off my face, and I was trying to hide and pretend I wasn't that interested in the bike, but yeah, in my head it was sold. I guess it was so different from anything that I'd ridden before just because of the forward lean angle, and it just felt like it fit me because it's so little and small, and sometimes when I initially get on a bike, it feels big and heavy and harder to handle and I have to get used to it, versus this one just felt like it fit and I could just go and I was comfortable straight away. I love the sound. It has an amazing sound. It handles pretty well for I guess the bike that it is, and you know, it's such an eye catcher that you always get people looking at the bike or asking you about the bike, and I generally don't like being the center of attention, but because it's the bike that's the center of attention, I'm okay with that. Because it's a beautiful work of art, and I think she deserves the attention.